Richard. I'm going to demonstrate each one of the jets. Individually, they turn, and they turn a quarter of a turn. If you overturn them, there's a ridge that ejects the internal out. If you ever need to replace the internal, you can turn it past the quarter turn, it'll spit it out. If your jet starts coming out, you have to look on the back, and there's a little ridge on the jet, and there's a little line. You line it up, you pop it in, and it'll stay in. If you overturn them, the water will blow them out. Okay, when the water's coming out of the jets, this is a Venturi air. Okay, the Venturi air is designed to induce air into the water flow. When you open that valve, it's going to open an airline up, and the water is going to suck the air in, and it's going to be like a million little bubbles coming out of the jet with the water. The filter's here. When you first fill your hot tub, you should always stick a hose down in it and fill the plumbing up. What that does, and it's not always going to eliminate it, but it helps to eliminate air being in the plumbing, and it's going to push the water through the jet system, and then when you turn it on, once it's full, then it's going to go. If you hear the motor running and there's no water moving, you want to shut it down, and there's bleed valves for on the pump, to where you can bleed the air out of them. You can bleed them out of the heater tube. Okay, when you fill the hot tub, you want to cover the jets, and it's about halfway up on the filter.
Okay.
You drop the filter back in, you screw the basket in, and it's ready to go. You can turn it on. As far as the controls go, okay, the controls that you have are upgradable. Okay, and what that means is that there's an extra jet button on your controls. It's not used. Okay, it could be used if you ever decided to add a blower system to the tub or another pump. Okay, so it gives you the expandable opportunity. If you see that you like a hot tub, but you'd like something a little better, more jets or something, you can expand it. It also runs 110 or 220. Okay, when your electrician comes in, I recommend you call us on the 800 number, speak to my son or me, and we'll go over the electrical with him. That way we make sure it's done right. There's an economy mode on the controller, and I'm going to give you this laminated sheet, and it's going to tell you, you might want to read the first paragraph here is the mode settings. Okay, there's 3 of them. The S, and it's a little T, it looks like an anchor, but it's an S and a small t, lowercase t. That's standard mode. What that does is it maintains the temperature. Whenever the tub calls for heat, the low-speed pump will kick on, the heater will come on. It'll begin heating. Okay, then the EC is economy mode. EC, it only heats during the filtration cycle. Now, we'll get to the filtration cycle, it's in the next paragraph. But EC is in SL, which is the next mode, that's a sleep mode. Economy mode only heats during the filtering cycle. Sleep mode only heats during the filtering cycle, but it reduces the temperature set. So if you have it set to 100 degrees, it reduces it to 80 automatically. Now this is a smart system, so if it knows you're not using your hot tub, it's going to go through the process of going from standard to economy, then to sleep mode. In order for you to pull it back out, you need to go through the modes. In order to do that, you hit the temperature button, then the light button, and it'll come up on the screen, either ST, EC, or SL. If you don't touch it for a few seconds, it locks into that mode. Then if you want to change it, you hit the temperature button and the light button, and then the next mode will come up, whether it's whatever it is, EC or SL. If you're going to leave and go away for a long time, no need to reduce the temperature on the hot tub, just put it to sleep. You hit the temperature mode, temperature button, then the light button. It's in that paragraph. The next paragraph talks about filtration modes. Filtration modes, there's 2, 4, 6, and 8 hours every 12 hours. Also, there's an FC. Now, F2, 2 hours. F4, F6, F8. Every 12 hours, the hot tub will come on and filter for that time frame. If it's in economy mode, remember, it's set to the filter mode. So it'll come on and heat during the economy mode. Okay? So let's say if you want it set for 100 degrees in economy mode, and you want it to come on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and heat up to be ready for 8. So you set, or 9. You set a 4-hour filtration mode and set your filtration timer to start at 8 o'clock or in in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 hours before. Now, normally that works best on 220. You're running your tub 110, I recommend you cover it up, set your temperature setting on standard mode, and leave it alone.
Well, I can hook it on 220. That's what this one right here is.